It's good, bro. All good.
What's that one for?
Live, YouTube, so you can watch it. That's what I was checking yesterday.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters.
Wherever it stays.
First, I'd like to request all of you to recite Surah Al-Fatiha for the marhumeen whose names are on this wall. The marhumeens for the family who's providing dinner tonight, and all your marhumeen with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
I'd like to thank all the donors yesterday for our blood drive, the volunteers who are helping out, and the community for the amazing support we had for the blood donation drive yesterday evening. They beat their targets for blood donations. When UBS came here, they had certain number in mind, and our community's support beat their expectations. So it was a beautiful gift of blood that we gave to the people, to humanity. That blood will be used for anyone and everyone without any distinction of caste, creed, color, religion. So it's the beautiful gift that we could give to humanity, because our religion and Abu Abdullah Hussein's shahadat was for humanity. So I congratulate the community for the beautiful and successful blood drive that we had yesterday. We'll start the program inshallah with Quran recitation. I'd like to request Abu Haider to start the Quran recitation with the loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Inshallah, we are going to continue with the Surah Al-Rum chapter, verse 6 to 15. 6 to 15, page 405. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعد الله لا يخلف الله وعده ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون ظاهرا من الحياة الدنيا وهم عن الآخرة هم غافلون. أولم يتفكروا في أنفسهم ما خلق الله السماوات والأرض وما بينهما إلا بالحق وأجل مسمى وأن كثيرا من الناس بلقاء ربهم لكافرون. أولم يسيروا في الأرض فينظروا كيف كان عاقبة الذين من قبلهم كانوا أشد منهم قوة وأثاروا الأرض وعمروها أكثر مما عمروها وجاءتهم رسلهم بالبينات فما كان الله ليظلمهم ولكن كانوا
أنفسهم يظلمون ثم كان عاقبة الذين أساءوا السوء أن كذبوا بآيات الله وكانوا بها يستهزئون الله يبدأ الخلق ثم يعيده ثم إليه ترجعون ويوم تقوم الساعة يبلس المجرمون ولم يكن لهم من شركائهم شفعاء وكانوا بشركائهم كافرين ويوم تقوم الساعة يومئذ يتفرقون فأما الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فهم في روضة يحبرون صدق الله العلي العظيم.
I don't need to sit there.
For handle bag, you have to put it on eco 2 maybe.
Okay.
I'd like to request Brother Zamin to start the program with the poetry, with the loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
I'm changing it once only.
درود بھیجی محمد وال محمد. ایک منافقت آپ لوگوں کے سماعتوں کی نظر آپ لوگوں کا تعاون چاہیے. درود بھیجی محمد وال محمد. ہے مدحت حسین کے عنوان نئے نئے ہے مدحت حسین کے عنوان نئے نئے ہے مدحت حسین کے عنوان نئے نئے لاؤں کہاں سے لفظوں کے قرآن نئے نئے ہے مدحت حسین کے عنوان نئے نئے. جھولا جھولاؤں پیار کروں نوکری کروں. جھولا جھولاؤں پیار کروں نوکری کروں ہے قلب جبرائیل میں ارمان نئے نئے ہے مدحت حسین کے عنوان نئے نئے. لکھا نہیں ہے جس کے سفینے پہ علی لکھا نہیں ہے جس کے سفینے پہ یالی اٹھتے ہیں اس کے واسطے، طوفان نئے نئے ہے مدحت حسین کے، عنوان نئے نئے، ان کی سمجھ میں تم ابو طالب نہ ہوگے، ان کی سمجھ میں تم ابو طالب نہ ہوگے، جو لوگ ہوئے ہیں مسلمان نئے نئے، ہے مدحت حسین کے، عنوان نئے نئے، باد رسول گڑھ کے حدیثیں نئی نئی، باد رسول گڑھ کے حدیثیں نئی نئی، جاری ہوئے رسول کے فرمان نئے نئے، ہے مدحت حسین کے، عنوان نئے نئے، لعنت کا گھر فنا کا محل آگ کا کنواں، لعنت کا گھر فنا کا محل آگ کا کنواں، ہے منکر حسین کے، زندان نئے نئے، ہے مدحت حسین کے، عنوان نئے نئے، لاؤں کہاں سے لفظوں کے قرآن نئے نئے، درود بھیجو۔
محمد وآل محمد صلوات
بخشنودی جناب سیدہ بلند ترین صلوات۔ بخشنودی امام زمانہ بلند ترین صلوات۔ جناب مولانا راہی جہانگیر آبادی صاحب کا سلام جناب حضرت قاسم علیہ السلام کے حوالے سے آپ کے پیش رکھ دیں۔ کن تمنا کا تھا ابن حسن کا سہرا، کن تمنا کا تھا ابن حسن کا سہرا، ہائے افسوس مگر راس نہ آیا تمناؤں کا تھا، خلد کے پھولوں سے حوروں نے جسے گوندھا تھا، خلد کے پھولوں سے حوروں نے جسے گوندا تھا، ہے فسد ہے خزاں نے وہی تاکا سیرا، رخ پتھا جو بری نظروں سے بچانے کے لیے، رخ پتھا جو بری نظروں سے بچانے کے لیے، دشمنوں کی نگاہ بد میں وہ آیا، صحرا، جس میں ارمان تھے بہنوں کے تو حسرت ماں کی، جس میں ارمان تھے بہنوں کی تو حسرت ماں کی، تھے وہ شمشیر ستم نے وہی کاٹا، صحرا، ساتھ ہر ایک رگ کے لڑی پھولوں کی، لاش پامال ہوئی خاک پہ بکھرا، صحرا، کن تمناؤں کا تھا، ابن حسن کا صحرا، درود پڑھے محمد آل محمد۔ فاتحہ۔ منتظر بھائی، علی، بخشنود یہ امام زمانہ صلوات۔ جناب نسیم امروہی صاحب کے واسطے کے جرن میں شب برزیشاہ آقا پہ سر پہنچا جرن میں شب برزیشاہ آقا حجت تمام کر کے وہ غا کی یہ کر رو فر ہر کو دی وہ زک کے جھکے نامیوں کے سر ماں سن کے بولی شکر خداوند بیت کنبے میں بات رہ گئی وہ کام ہو گیا بن باپ کے پسر کا بڑا نام ہو گیا بن باپ کے پسر کا بڑا نام ہو گیا باتیں یہ ہو رہی تھی حرم میں کہ ایک بار قاسم پہ مل کے ٹوٹ پڑی فوج جناب کا ہر سمٹے ادھر ادھر سے ہزاروں زبوں شیعہ چاروں طرف سے پڑھنے لگے تاش نتا ہر بے لیے تھے قرب میں جو بدشعور تھے ہر پتھر وہ مارتے تھے جو مجمع سے دور تھے پتھر وہ مارتے تھے جو مجمع سے دور تھے پہنچے جو لاش ابن حسن پر بحال دیکھا کہ سر کو کاٹنے والے ہیں بدش غصے سے کانپنے لگے عباس نام للکار کے بڑھے سے فتح شیر کے بھاگے عدو جو ڈر کے نو نقشہ بدل گئے ارے ہلچل مچی ہلچل میں اس یتیم کا لاشا کچل ہلچل میں اس یتیم کا لاشا کچل روتے ہوئے قریب جو آئے شہ خدا دیکھے تمام عضو بریدہ جدا جدا ہاتھوں سے دل پکڑ کے کہا محمد امت کا یہ سلوک تو دیکھو پے خدا ابن حسن کی جان پہ صدمے گزر ہر لونا نہ جان قاسم ناشاد مر لونا نہ جان قاسم ناشاد مر گئے پہنچا جرن میں شب برزیجا حقا پہ سر مولا آپ لوگوں کو کوئی غم نہ دے سوائے غم حسین کے صلو علی محمد و آل محمد
Again, I would like to thank the community for the blood drive that we had yesterday. I forgot to mention that they were here, United Blood Services was here for a 4-hour slot, and in that 4 hour we had 36 plus donors who went there to donate blood. So please recite a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. أعظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصاب أبي عبد الله الحسين. We continue to give our condolences to our Prophet, his holy daughter Siddiqat Tahira Sayyidat Nisa al-Alameen, Aimma Ahl al-Bayt, especially the Imam of our time, Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajak. I'd like to request Maulana Hussain Walji to come to the mimbar with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Brothers, can you please move forward as more people trickle in? It gets congested towards the door, so please move forward towards the mimbar so that we can accommodate more people. Thank you very much.
One more salawat in the name of our 12th Imam.
Somebody liked it. Somebody saw it.
مولا علی علی میرے آقا علی علی مولا علی علی میرے آقا علی علی دین محمدی کا سہارا علی علی جب فتح جنگ ہو نہ سکی تین روز تک جب فتح جنگ ہو نہ سکی تین روز تک آخذ رسول سے نکلا علی علی اس کے تو سارے بگڑے ہوئے کام بن گئے اس کے تو سارے بگڑے ہوئے کام بن گئے مشکل میں جب کسی نے پکارا علی علی جو اٹھتے بیٹھتے میں کہے گا علی علی جو اٹھتے بیٹھتے میں کہے گا علی علی گورو لحد میں بھی وہ کہے گا علی علی پوچھا غدیر قوم سے خلافت کا مسئلہ پوچھا غدیر قوم سے خلافت کا مسئلہ کہہ دے گا ذرہ ذرہ کے حق کا علی
بر محمد وآل محمد صلاة. The Surah Fatiha is requested for all of our marhumeens. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. روحي وجسمي ورواه العالمين لك الفداء يا ابن رسول الله. ثم السلام عليكم يا أهل العطاء الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين والأئمة. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين، خصوصا سيدي ومولاي يا أبا الفضل العباس بن أمير المؤمنين وقاسم بن الحسن ومسلم بن عقيل وهاني بن عروة وحبيب بن مظاهر والحر الشهيد الرياحي. السلام عليكم يا ساداتي وموالي جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. For the last several nights, we've been talking about the very hadith of the Holy Prophet, where he said, "Inni ja'ilun fi saqalain, kitab Allah wa itrati." Jabir ibn Abdullah Ansari said, and this is not just Jabir, even a man like Abu Huraira, he even says this. He said that the Holy Prophet said to us one day, go to the garden of heaven. He said, go to the garden of heaven. And so Jabir said, I asked the Holy Prophet, is there a garden of heaven on the face of this earth? And he said, yes. He said, where? He said, go to that majlis where there is a zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Go to that, which is considered to be a garden of heaven. One of the most interesting things that many times people will ask is that we know this is an institution of majlis, which was strengthened by Janabi Zainab Salamullah alayh when she returned back to Medina. But is majlis in the Quran? Is there anywhere in the Quran it says that we should have a majlis? And it's important for us because in the Holy Quran, there is only one place Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the word majlis. Only one place in the Holy Quran. Where does he use it? If you look at the Holy Quran, in the 58th surah of the Holy Quran, Surah Mujaddila, ayah number 11. And I want to read this out because it's very important for us to understand that we are coming here not just for the sake of coming. We are coming here because it's a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, إذا قيل لكم تفسحوا في المجالسنا فأفسحوا يفسحوا لكم وإذا قيل أنشزوا فانشزوا يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات الله والله بما تعملون خبير. صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
So what does this ayah of the Holy Quran say? It's beautiful. It says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that gather for majalises. Gather for majalises. And when you gather for majalises, make room for those who come. Make room for those who come. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that in a majalis, if you see a situation where people need to enter the majalis and be part of the majalis, then Allah says, accommodate them. Let them come and let them sit with you. And then He says, you have no idea what is the reward for this. But He says, the criteria is that a majalis is a place where you have faith and you gain knowledge. That is the purpose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying of the Holy Quran, and He talks about the majalises. Now, yesterday I told you that I will talk about a particular thing where Bibi Zainab Salamullah alayh talked in front of Ibn Ziyad in Kufa. She said, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. She said, when Umar ibn Sa'd and Ibn Ziyad, they just brought them from Karbala to Kufa. And now he's saying, so what do you think? He's asking Janabi Zainab, what do you think about all this that transpired? And Janabi Zainab says, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. She said, I've seen nothing but beauty. Why would she say that? With all the sufferings that she went through, with all that she had seen, from not only in Karbala, but from the very onset of the passing away of the Holy Prophet, Mawlai Kainat, Bibi Fatima al-Zahra, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein. She, she saw all that. But after seeing all that, she says, all I saw was beauty. So Islam talks about there are 4 types of beauties. Yesterday, I talked about the beauty that is known as Zahiri. Right? How the Holy Prophet used to dress himself up. How he used to put perfume. How we try to impress, especially when we are getting ready to want to get married. You see. Because there's always 2 sides of it, right? We are also like a peacock. Have you seen a peacock? More about that? Yeah. When it wants to attract its male, or a male wants to attract his female, what does it do? It puts out all the feathers. Beautiful. That is Zahiri. That is what we also do. When I want to impress that woman, there is nobody like me. शादी के बाद क्या होता है वो तो और बात होती है. Because she says, I always saw you. Right. You know, there was a divorce case in Canada when we asked the lady why you want to divorce somebody that you seem to have been in love with him for 6 months. She says, in 6 months, I was not married. I was in love. But when I got married, I realized that he doesn't even brush his teeth in the morning. Right? This is the situation. You impress. So one is Zahiri. The other beauty is also very interesting, and it is known as the beauty of Azmaish. The beauty of testing. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, we are all going to be tested. We are all going to be tested. Tests on what? We said it could be based on your family, could be wealth, could be food. You could be tested on anything. In this day and age, I can say we will be challenged. We will be challenged so many different times. Why does he say that? When he says, I will test you, the reason is that he wants me and you to recognize and to measure ourselves as to how close are we to him. That is what he wants to do to us. It is for our own benefit. He is not doing any dhulm on us. He is trying to make us realize and understand that these challenges that I will go through my life and all the difficulties, you say that you love me, you say that you like me, but when you have all these troubles and you go through these issues, and he says, even when you have those issues, ask for me and I will help you. But he says, when you have gone through this test, the expectation is that you will become a better person. Test. There's only one companion in the Holy Quran that has been mentioned by the Holy Quran of the Holy Prophet. Only one. His name is Zayd bin Harisa. Who was Zayd bin Harisa? He had sort of disappeared from his family. He had just gone. So what happened was, the father came out looking for him. And then he heard that Zayd is with the Holy Prophet. Before that, he was a worker in the house of Janab Khadija. So Janab Khadija took Zayd and gave it to the Holy Prophet and said, here, take him. So Zayd was working with the Holy Prophet. Suddenly, the father appeared. And the father tells the Holy Prophet that I am the father. I would like to take my son with me. So the Prophet said, of course, you are the father, you have every right to take him. He's your son, let him come with you. But his father kept a condition. And he said, the condition is that I want you to tell my son to leave Islam. In the Holy Quran, in Surah Tawbah, if you go to the 24th ayah of Surah Tawbah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that if your father, if your mother, if your friends, if your businesses, anyone who is acquainted with you, if at any point do they come and tell you to get away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you can dump them all, including your parents. See, there is a difference. Yesterday I talked about Sheikh Abbas Kummi, right? And Sheikh Abbas Kummi said what? He said when the people came, he said, yes, I don't mind leading the prayers, but I will ask my mother. Because to lead the prayers is sunnah. But to hear what my mom tells me is wajib. If she's happy, I'll be there. It is saying that when your parents are guiding you towards the goodness, then you should listen to what they tell you. To the extent that if my father tells me that I want you to go and pray namaz-e-jamaat in the mosque, my father tells me, that's an order. And I say, Dad, I don't want to go. I'll pray at home. Your namaz is invalid. Because you did not listen to what your father told you. So here is Zayd bin Haris, and here's the Holy Prophet, and the father says, tell him. And the Holy Prophet said, that is one thing I cannot tell you. He is most welcome to go, he can go with all due respect. We say, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, that you do good to your parents, but as far as him getting away from Islam, that is not something I can teach him. So the father says, then I will disown him. He threatens the Holy Prophet. The Holy Prophet said, that is your choice. So he goes to the whole Kaaba. He stands in front of Kaaba and he says, oh Allah, from today I disown him. And he left. Then the Holy Prophet goes. He goes to the Holy Kaaba. And he says, Ya Allah, from today, Zayd will be my son. He will be my son. You see, challenges are going to be there in life, and they are very, very difficult. I wanted to share with you a family, and it is something for you to think. Sometimes we don't realize we should really be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for what He has given us. Every minute, every hour. Because there are families that go through very difficult times. Here is a family that in 10 years' time, they live in Orlando, and may Allah give them a long and a healthy life for those who have survived. Because in 10 years' time, 10 years, the children lose their mother. Then they lose their father in 10 years' time. Now this is a family who has one blind child. The eldest child is a blind. But look at how remarkable these people are. The father and mother passes away because we think we're going to live forever. We have no idea that in next minute, all that you have could be all gone. So they lose their parents. The grandmother drowns in a swimming pool. In these 10 years, she drowns in the swimming pool. His 21-year-old brother is in a car accident when they were going to Jacksonville. And when I went to see him, they said that his bones of the legs had completely cracked. Another 21-year-old brother dies in his sleep. What must this young man must be going through? We have a little problem in life and we rebel. And we say, you know what, Allah ne meri madad nahi ki. And we move away. Allah says, I will help you. Ask for it. But ask in your sincerity that truly I need your help. And then thank Allah for what we have. And ask Allah not to put you into a very difficult tests in life. Right? Because we are all warned that we will go through some very difficult time. Here is the beauty. In spite of what this young man goes through, he is a brilliant student of the Holy Quran. He learned the Quran on Braille. He had a teacher, an Arab teacher that used to come home. You ask him, you say, what are you going through? You're going through a very, very difficult time. And he would say, well, if that is what Allah wants, then I'm ready for it. You see? He says, if He wants it, I'll go through it. So he learns from Braille. He knows, not only that, but in Orlando, he was running the Quran Khani of young children. He ran the Quran Khani. They all knew. They all could see, but he couldn't see. But he used the Braille. Last week in Minnesota, we had Khatme Quran. Khatme Quran of a blind child in Minnesota. And his teacher was this young man from Orlando. He taught him Quran and tafsir through the phones on the Braille. Look at how much determination this young boy had. Because his faith is so much in Allah, to the extent that he works for one of the big companies today. He's probably only in his late 30s. But he works for a big company that has stationed him in England. And then he goes back and forth. He was supposed to come to Minnesota for graduation, but he couldn't. But the reason I give you this example is so that we understand what are the tests in life a human being goes through. And it makes you a better person as you grow up. It is through adversities we become a better person. You understand? It is through adversity we become a better person. Telling us. And that is that Islam even calls that a beauty. By going through that. Then it talks about a third beauty. And the third beauty that it talks about is a beauty that is known as Zinate Kaifari. The beauty of punishment. How is that beauty of punishment? Today, Sundays are NFL days. Very in the morning. And here it starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. From 10, even game is still going on right now. The whole day. I'm sitting there and watching the game. My choice is, I watched my game, whatever I wanted to watch. But now it's time for me to come to the mosque for a majalis. And I decide, well, majalises are every day. Games are only once a day. In particular, if this team plays this team, this could be another 2-3 years before we'll see that. And you make a decision to sit there. That is what Quran is talking about. These are the types of beauties that can distract you from doing what you should be doing. You set your priorities in life and you say, this is more important for me. That majalis that I will miss, that knowledge that I was there to acquire, I missed it. What did NFL give you? Maybe grief if your team lost. And you can't sleep all night. And you think about it all night. And you get nothing out of it. They get millions, you don't get nothing. This is the irony of ours, right? This is what a human being does. So it's telling them, you see, even during the time of Mawla Kainat Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. There were many who were with Imam Ali alayhi salam. Zubair, Talha, all these people. And then when suddenly there was a war of Jamal, and the opposite side is Aisha. There were people who decided to go on the side of Aisha and not Ali ibn Abi Talib. Zubair was a powerful person. He was the son of the sister of Abu Talib, cousin. The Holy Prophet had warned Zubair that Zubair, one day in your life, you will stand against Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. And he said, never. Never will that happen. When the war of Jamal happened, Zubair was on the other side. Not only that, but had he been the whore of that time, he could have been. He could have become the whore of that time by making a decision to go on the right path, on the right side. He decided to leave for Medina. He said, oh, you know what, I don't want to get involved. I left for Medina. His name would have been written in golden plates in Islam. But he made that decision. You see. There are many elements who could be around you that can take your mind away from the belief of Quran and Ahlul Bayt. There are a lot of things around you, but simple things can take you away from the very thing that you need to give priority in life. Right. That is what Islam is talking about. And the fourth love, the fourth muhabbat, that Allah subhanahu, the beauty that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling about is the beauty of manawi. Okay. That is the beauty that Bibi Zainab is talking about. Zinat-e-ma'navi means the beauty of your spirituality. And Mawla Ali alayhi salam said that if a person has the best of beauty is manavi. Externally, I will do anything to show off people. Right? But what's inside?
That's the beauty.
That's the beauty.
Exactly.
That is the beauty of a person, what is inside you.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry. If you have that beauty inside you, you don't need to expose. Allah will expose it for you. You understand? Because that is the beauty that He loves the most. Okay. That is the beauty that Bibi Zainab said, that what I saw in Karbala was nothing but beauty. That was that commitment of each of these people who died in the worst situations, but they died for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that was all within. Isar in the world, I said that on Friday, Isar in the world, the Holy Prophet said, is among the best of characteristics of an individual. You see, if I have money, spend it. If I give somebody a charity, it's not a big deal. Because I have the money. I have everything. But when I give something to someone recognizing that their need is more than my need, then that is called Isa. You understand? We have a beautiful center here. And believe me, I pray every day that this community flourishes. This community becomes a magnet. You understand? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just like during the time of Abdul Muttalib and all that. During the time of Khane Kaaba and all that. And when the people came here, he said, Khane Kaaba belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'll let him take care of it. Once you have done with sincerity what you have done, now you leave it on him. You understand? You leave it on him and let him do what he needs to do. One of the things this community should be very proud of, I will tell you why. Because I've been around in many communities. And alhamdulillah, in Minnesota, we have something very similar, but it has outgrown so much. But this community is beautiful because everyone is a brother of each other. Every sister is a sister of each other. Where will you find it? This is a treasure, my brothers and sisters in Islam. If I have to invest money into this sort of thing, then I know that it holds the future for my children. Then there is no better investment than that. There is no better investment than that. You see, this little girl on the lap of her father, you may think that she's not paying any attention. She's just looking at her father. But the power of Majalis of Abdullah al-Hussein is that it goes and settles in her heart. It settles. When she grows up, it starts to come back. Our parents, what did they do? They used to grab our hands and say, no, you have to come to the mosque. To them, yes, we have schools, we have all these things. But to them, the azab of Abdullah al-Hussein was very important. They made sure that if it was there for 12 days, then you were going to be there for 12 days. Because they knew that a time will come when we may not be there. And sometimes the child may leave and go away to do something else. But because the love of Ahlul Bayt is in their heart, they will come back here someday. That's the power. That's the power that we see in Iraq today. The people in United States, at the time when Saddam's fall came, and then suddenly, 30 years had gone by. In 30 years, generation changes. Right? Generation changes every 30, 33 years. But what was amazing to our government is those people who are walking from Basra to Karbala. How can that be? Millions of people walking towards Karbala. So it bothered them. But why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised that if you have the love of Ahlul Bayt, it sits for 7 generations in your heart. 7 generations. What a beautiful thing an institution like this is. It is nothing more valuable in life than what you have here. You understand? That is what a majalis will do to someone. I may not do majalis in my house, but I contribute to a majalis that happens. You know, each and every one of you that works so hard, and it's not easy. It's never easy to run a community. It's hard to run the house, let alone the community, because everybody's needs are there. But still, to do it with an open heart and a smiling face is an absolutely most beautiful thing you can do. Because you're doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for anybody. You cannot do like this for anybody. You cannot go out and show off. Right? Naveed Bhai, all the, Sadiq Bhai and all the different members of this community, particularly on the ladies' side, they're not doing it for show off. What is show? What is going to show? This is one of those shows. Right? In namaz, I can show off. I can show off people that I'm मेरे जैसा कोई नहीं है. तस्बीह हाथ में पूरा दिन. But in fasting, I cannot show off. I cannot show off that, I'm fasting. Big deal. Because it cannot be exposed, it cannot be seen by anybody. So that is what Islam is saying. That when Bibi Zainab was talking about Ma ra'aytu illa jamila, she was talking about human spirit. And that spirituality which is so beautiful. Listen, we do namaz today, right? Let me give you one thing and you take it home with you. We perform our namaz. Now we are doing everything and then we stand up. And we say, Allahu Akbar. And it is called Takbiratul Ihram. The word Ihram is being used. That takbir of Ihram. Because for those of you who have been to Hajj, and may Allah give you that opportunity, and I will say do it at the earliest if you can. But if you have gone for Hajj, when you put your Ihram, then you disconnect from everything. There are certain rules and regulations. You cannot even kill a fly, let alone human beings. You see. But here Allah says daily, you do takbiratul ihram. The moment I say Allahu Akbar, I'm disconnected from the rest of the world. Imam Radha alayhi salam. Understand the philosophy behind it. He said, when you do takbir, you are disconnected. The moment you say Allahu Akbar, now I can't go for my iPhone. You see, now I'm looking for all these things in my pocket. Is it there? Is it not? Right? You have said Takbiratul Ihram, finish. You want to look for whatever you want to look for before the takbir. But the moment you say takbir, now you have to disconnect yourself from everything. And he said the beauty is, you got disconnected from the world by saying Allahu Akbar. You are disconnected. But then what do? When the namaz ends, what do? You do salam. To who? To the Prophet. Ayyuhan Nabiyyu alayhi salam. Wa ala ibadillahi salihin. You're now doing salam to all the good doers of the world. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Imam said that first takbir connects you to Allah. But the moment you come to salam, now you greet the people and join the people. Just think philosophically how beautiful it is. That you disconnect and you reconnect with the people to whom you had disconnected. And how you connect? By saying salam. This is the teaching. How do I connect with my brother and sister? By conveying salam first. That is what namaz is teaching us. Every day, 5 times a day. But that is what namaz is teaching us. Tonight, it is the night of Janab Qasim. A young man. History says he was nothing but 13 or 14-year-old. When Imam Hussein had prepared a list, Imam prepared a list, and he was telling the people, these are the names of all the people who will die with me in Karbala. Janab Qasim was sitting there. He gets up and he says, Uncle, why didn't you say my name? I didn't hear my name on the list. And Imam says to him, tell me, Qasim, what is death to you? He said, Ahna min al-asl. He said, death to me is as sweet as honey. He's telling to Imam. Imam said, Qasim, you're talking about your name? I even have the name of Ali Asghar. And you know what Qasim asked? He said, Uncle, will these people come into the tents and kill Ali Asghar? And Imam said, no, I will take him to them and I'll show it to them. Qasim was moved, and then he says to Imam, oh no, Muhammad just left. Give me the permission to go. And Imam said, Qasim, no. I want you to go to your mother. The mother's name was Ramla. Farwa is what we know her as. The mother of Farwa. But the real name of hers is Ramla. So he said, go to your mother. And so he goes back to his mother. And he says, Mom, Uncle is not giving me permission to go for the war. And Janab Farwa sits and thinks and says, what should I do? Suddenly she remembered a time. What time was that? When they had given the poison to Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba. And when Imam Hassan alayhi salam started to throw out the parts of liver from his mouth, after throwing, he wanted to rest. And so Imam is resting, and there was a 1.5-year-old child that came running, and he kept his head on the chest of Imam Hassan. And then Farwa comes and says, Qasim, go away from here because your father is not feeling well. But Qasim was given a taweez, something that he had in his hand. Farwa remembers that, so she takes out the taweez and opens it up because Imam Hassan said to his wife and to Qasim, there will be a time when you will be needed by my brother Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, and when you're needed, and if he doesn't allow you, then give him this message that I have. In that message, Janab Farwa looks at it, and Janab Qasim looks at it, and they had a smile on their face, and they went towards Abu Abdullah and presented him with this letter.
Imam said, "O Qasim, whenever I remember my brother Hassan Mujtaba, I used to look at you and it used to remind me of my brother. But I cannot do anything for what your brother has asked us." So the way he prepared Janab Qasim and finally placed him on the horse, and Qasim went towards the land of Karbala. He was fighting and fighting, and there came a time when there was a man. He was asked by Umar ibn Saad, "Why don't you go and take care of this little kid?" And this man said, "I am here to fight the adults, not the children. Instead, I will give my 3 children who are here in the war, I will let them go." Each of this child went against Janab Qasim. Janab Qasim's training was given by Abul Fazl Abbas. Abbas had trained him. And so Qasim is there. He kills one son, he kills the second son, he kills the third son. Now Umar ibn Saad said, "So now what?" So the father now says, "I will go." But history says that Qasim must have killed 70 people. But when this man comes in front of Qasim, Imam Hussein says to Abu Fazl Abbas, I want you to get up on the horse." And he said, "Why, Abu Abdullah?" He said, "I want you to go near where Qasim is fighting. Go and give instructions to Qasim as to how to fight this powerful man." Then he turns to Janab Zainab, and Imam Hussein said, "Zainab." She says, "Go and tell the mother of Qasim to go into namaz and have her pray for the safety of Qasim." And at that moment, after he kills his man, and as they were in a crowd, Umar ibn Saad said, "Divide," and they divided, and there was a troop on the left side, there was a troop on the right side. And he said, "Now I want you to attack Qasim." What can a 13, 14-year-old do? There was a man who came from behind and hit Qasim so hard. Qasim comes down the horse and he falls on the ground. And he said, "Salams to my mother. Salams to Abu Abdullah." Imam, I have to tell you this. Whenever you are doing the gham of Abu Abdullah and his family, while you are doing it, ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for what you need. Because Imam Ali Zainul Abidin has said, when the tears are coming down of Ahlul Bayt, and when you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala something for yourself, Allah will always give you, because you have been asking through Ahlul Bayt. When you do your matam, stand there, and at that moment just think and ask Allah. We have so many people. They are desperate people in the world. Some of them are sick. Some of them are going to distress at home. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring peace and prosperity to all of our homes and to homes of all our fellow brothers, sisters. But Allah, Qasim comes down. Suddenly Imam starts to leave. And you know what happens? The troops from the right are running on Qasim to go to the left. And the left side was coming to the right. Imam Hussein said that everybody will be trampled, but they will be after their death. But Qasim is only one who will be alive, and they will be pushing the horses back and forth. When Imam Hussein comes near Qasim, he picks up Qasim's body, but imagine with the trampling of the horses and the way the body had expanded, he picked up the body. History says that he took his abba and started to pick the pieces from the ground of Qasim, and he covers the body of Qasim. He comes towards the Khaymah, and Hussein says to Zainab, "Oh Zainab, tell Farwa, don't call Farwa here. This is a very difficult time." Imam Hussein brings the Qasim's body, lays it on the ground, and just imagine at that time what the mother must have gone through, having seen the body of a 13, 14-year-old child on whom the horses had trampled. ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم بحق محمد وأنت المحمود، بحق علي وأنت الأعلى، بحق فاطمة وأنت فاطر السماوات والأرض، بحق الحسن وأنت المحسين، بحق الحسين وأنت كديم الإحسان. إلهي توبة قبل الموت، وراحة عند الموت، ومغفرة بعد الموت، والنجاة من النار، ودخولا في الجنة، وعافية من كل بلاء الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ماتم يا حسين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का, करते हैं मातम हरम अब्बास का। हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का, करते हैं मातम हरम अब्बास का। हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का, करते हैं मातम हरम अब्बास का। हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का, करते हैं मातम हरम अब्बास का। हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का, करते हैं मातम हरम अब्बास का। हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का, करते हैं मातम हरम अब्बास का। हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का, करते हैं मातम हरम अब्बास का। हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का, करते हैं मातम हरम अब्बास का। हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का, करते हैं मातम हरम अब्बास का। या हुसैन 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 या हुसैन
Ya Hüseyin, Ya Hüseyin, Ya Hüseyin, Ya Hüseyin,
या हुसैन
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 Ya Hüseyin.
या हुसैन।
करबल की कहानी जब कोई भी सुनाएगा سب ساتھ پڑھیں گے. کربل کی کہانی جب کوئی بھی سنائے گا، دل والوں کی آنکھوں سے ایک دریا بہا. ابھی نہیں، ویٹ. دل والوں کی آنکھوں سے ایک دریا بہائے گا. کربل کی کہانی جب کوئی، سب رپیٹ کریں ساتھ میرے ساتھ. کربل کی کہانی جب کوئی بھی سنائے گا، دل والوں کی آنکھوں سے زہرا زہرا پرساد زہرا. ماشاء اللہ مومن. زہرا زہرا. ماشاء اللہ مومن مل کے پرساد. ارے پامال ہوا قاسم جب گھوڑوں کی ٹاپوں سے، پامال ہوا قاسم جب گھوڑوں کی ٹاپوں سے، پامال ہوا قاسم جب گھوڑوں کی ٹاپوں سے، پامال ہوا قاسم جب گھوڑوں کی ٹاپوں سے. ارے کس طرح چچا تیری میت کو اٹھائے گا زہرا. قاسم کا بھی پرسالو زہرا. ماشاء اللہ مومن. قاسم کا بھی پرسالو. ٹوٹی ہے کمر شہ کی گھبرانا نہ اے اکبر. ارے فرزند نبی تیرے لاشے کو اٹھائے گا زہرا. اکبر کا بھی پرسالو زہرا. ارے سوتے نہ تھے تم اصغر جھولے میں تڑپتے تھے، سوتے نہ تھے تم ماشاءاللہ مومن. ارے دنیا کے خبر کیا تھی، ایک تیر سلائے گا زہرا. اس گھر کا بھی پرسالو زہرا. ارے وہ کارواں سرور کا جو شان سے نکلا تھا، وہ کارواں سرور کا جو شان سے نکلا تھا. ارے صبح سے خبر کیا تھی، نہ لوٹ کے آئے گا زہرا. پرسال 72 کا زہرا. ارے مہمان بلایا ہے کوفیوں سرور کو، مہمان بلایا ہے کوفیوں سرور کو. ارے کیا تم وجہ دل کا پانی نہیں پائے گا زہرا. آنسوں کا بھی پرسالو زہرا. قاسم کا بھی پرسالو زہرا. قاسم کا بھی پرسالو زہرا. حسین یا 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 حسین این زبر دشت نینوا میرے لشکر حسین زبر دشت نینوا میرے لشکر حسین زبر دشت نینوا میرے لشکر سب مل کے زبر دشت ماشاءاللہ مومن صبر دشت نینوا میرے حسین کا اخی بھی ہے حسین کا غلام بھی حسین کی سفر بھی ہے قبر بھی ہے حسام بھی حسین کی ڈیرا بھی ہے کما بھی ہے قیام بھی حسین ہو اگر تو شمر سے کلام بھی وگر نہ وہ کجا کجا میرے لشکر حسین ماشاءاللہ مومن لشکر حسین صبر دشت حسین اذن دیں اگر ابھی یہ سب کو دیکھ لے ابھی عراق و شام کو ابھی حلب کو دیکھ لے ابھی یہ کوفیاں میں بے ادب کو دیکھ لے مقابلہ جو آ پڑے تو کل ادب کو دیکھ لے مثال فتح میرے لشکر حسین صبر دشت ماشاءاللہ مومن صبر دشت نینوا میرے اشارہ امام ہو تو فتح میں کھڑا ہے کیا شعائے مہر کے لیے شام کی گھٹا ہے کیا فرات تک نہ جان دے کسی میں حوصلہ ہے کیا علی کے شیر کے لیے یہ جنگ کربلا ہے کیا الٹ کا تو شام کا میرے لشکر حسین صبر دشت صبر دشت ماشاءاللہ مومن یزید بد نہاد سے سکون ذات چھین لے محافظین ہند سے حق حیات چھین لے ارے جو مرضی حسین ہو ابھی فرات چھین لے فرات کیا ہے یہ وہ ہے تو کائنات چھین لے بڑا بلند حوصلہ میرے لشکر حسین صبر دشت ماشاءاللہ مومن جناب سید آپ کو سلامت رکھیں نینوا میرے لشکر حسین صبر دشت نینوا میرے لشکر حسین مگر یہاں تو حکم ہے کہ بس علی کے شیر بس حسین اپنی زندگی سے ہو چکا ہے شیر بس قریب بات عصر ہے بس اب میرے دلیر بس ہمارے کہیں مزید ہو نہ دیر بس سب دشتے لشکر حسین سب دشتے نوا میرے لشکر حسین یا 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 جنگل پہاڑ کرتے ہیں نادے علی علی مشکل کو میری حل کرو اب مشکل کشا علی اہل بیت نبی میں گئے امام رخصت کو اہل بیت نبی میں گئے امام قدموں میں لوٹنے لگی سیدانیاں تمام وہ شور الفراق کے وہ یاس کے کلام بچے بھی سر پٹکتے تھے لے لے کے شہ کا نام روتے تھے یوں تو لپٹے ہوئے سب حسین سے لیکن کلیجے پڑتے تھے زینب کے بین سے یا حسین 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 وقت تھا جب شہیدی پر ہجوم عام ڈھلنا وہ دوپہر کا وہ آندھی وہ لو وہ پیاس لاشیں پڑے ہوئے تھے عزیزوں کے آس پاس رو کر فلک کو دیکھتے تھے شاہ حق شناس اٹھتا تھا درد دل تو قدم لڑکھڑاتے تھے فرما کے یا علی و ولی بیت جاتے تھے یا حسین 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 بھائی کے سر کو چھاتی سے لپٹا کے یہ کہا بتلاؤ کیا ارادہ ہے میرے محلہ کا دستے ادب کو جوڑ کے بولا وہ با وفا پیاسی سکینہ مرتی ہے یا شاہ کربلا گزرے ہیں 3 دن یوں ہی اس پشت پاک پر گر اذن ہو تو جاؤں میں پانی فرات پر یا حسین 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 یہاں پر چکے تھے گھوڑے پہ عباس حق شناس آئی صدا بھتیجی کے آئی صدا بھتیجی کے سنتے ہی در کے یاد بولی یہ مشق دے کے سکینہ بدرد و یاد قربان امو جان بجھا دو ہماری پیاس پھکتا ہے دل آتش سے کلیجہ کباب ہے صفائی کیجئے کہ یہ کارے ثواب ہے یا حسین 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 یک بیت ہوئی تیروں کی ہے غضب تیغیں چلیں عقب سے شریروں کی ہے غضب یہ شکل دو جہاں کے امیروں کی ہے غضب بجنے نہ پائی پیاس صغیروں کی ہے غضب نے دیتے دل و جان کے پہلو دلیر کے تیروں نے چھان ڈالا کا سینہ کو شیر کے یا حسین 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 بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا. ماشاءاللہ مومن سب مل کے ساتھ میں پڑھنا ہے سب نے. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب گھر سے باہر بھیڑانے والی. گھر سے باہر بھیڑانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. ماشاءاللہ میں جب خیموں سے اٹھا لائی عباس کے بعد. جب خیموں سے اٹھا لائی عباس کے بعد. علیہ پہ تو بچانے والی. علیہ پہ تو بچانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا. ماشاءاللہ مومنین اللہ سلامت رکھے آپ لوگوں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو. پانی پی لو ذرا سانس لے لو. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب. ارے دل کی خاطر یہ بیوی سالار بنی. دل کی خاطر یہ بیوی سالار بنی. بن کے عباس دکھانے والی. بن کے عباس دکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازار ماشاءاللہ مومن پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو. مولا سلامت رکھیے. آئی بازاروں میں زینب. ارے اپنے سینے سے سکینہ کو زندانوں میں. اپنے سینے سے سکینہ کو زندانوں میں. بد بھائی کے سلانے والی. بد بھائی کے سلانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں مولا سلامت رکھے آپ کو. پردہ دنیا تو حق ادا کر رہے ہیں وفاداری کا والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب ننگے سر پر ہوتی رہی خطبے بازاروں میں. ننگے سر پر ہوتی رہی خطبے بازاروں میں. ارے قصر دشمن کو ہلانے والی. قصر دشمن کو ہلانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب پردہ دنیا کو سکھانے والی. آئی بازاروں میں زینب. ارے جس کو سورج کی کرن نے بھی نہیں دیکھا تھا. आई बाजारों में ज़ैनब पर्दा दुनिया माशाल्लाह मोमिन हम अदा किया आपने अदाकारी का आई बाजारों में ज़ैनब पर्दा दुनिया को सिखाने वाली आई बाजारों में ज़ैनब पर्दा दुनिया को सिखाने عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا الحسين عليه السلام السلام عليك يا رسول الله السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين السلام عليك يا حسن المجتبى السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله الحسين السلام عليك يا علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي السلام عليك يا صاحب العصر والزمان الأمان 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 السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن السلام عليك يا كعبة الإيمان السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان عجل الله تعالى فرجك وصحل الله تعالى مخرجك وزهورك واجعلنا من أنصارك ورحمة الله وبركاته بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه وارزقا توعا وتمتعه فيها تمينا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. बराए सलामती सेहत और सलामती मोमिनीन और मोमिनात और तमाम मातमी जिन्होंने आज
حق عزاداری ادا کیا ہے. بآواز بلند نعرہ صلوات. عزا خانے میں حضرت قاسم کی نظر موجود ہے. آپ لوگوں سے گزارش ہے کہ عزا خانہ میں جا کے جناب سیدہ کو پرسہ دیجیے اور نظر رکھیے. صلو علی محمد و